The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum, then...
Now then, we should talk about the investigation, but I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
I didn't know you smoked, Kim. I have a cigarette every night when I get over my notes. It's something of a ritual. Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette. A cigarette is such a great idea. I think I'm going to have one too. He blows a steady stream of smoke. Your call, detective. Again, I only have exactly one every night. Below, the city trembles with its remaining lights. People are rushing home, running away from home, smoking, sleeping, singing in the shower. Edges of dining tables, hands, aprons flicker through the windows before the lights go out. How did you get so cool, Kim? The lights of his cigarette illuminate a fleeting smile. You mean this? He flicks the ash. This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will, and unhealthy. Keeping the habit within the parameters he's given himself takes a lot of focus. Would be easier to simply quit. No, it's not. Yet were he to quit, he will lose the cool factor. This man regularly shifts his cool quite a bit. Below it all. Right then, the debrief. Yes, he pulls on the cigarette. It's been a long and unfaithful day. How do you think today went? We performed a thorough initial inspection of the victim's body, so that's good. But I can say it's the main thing to do in a murder. Then you shot the body down, which was... He pauses, searching for the right word. Quite the shot. Damn straight, I'm a sharp-shooting cop. On this occasion, I must agree. At any rate, your shot enabled us to perform a field autopsy on the victim. We found some things we can really work with. Moreover, you found that the hangman wasn't just hanged, he was also shot. That was some excellent detective work. And you managed to locate and pull out the bullet, so we can get ballistics make of the gun. All this is invaluable. Yeah, I'm professional. The rest is up to the boys in the processing. Maybe they'll surprise us by doing their job for once, but I won't count on it. We also performed a thorough search of the crime scene. All in all, we handled the situation very professionally. Now for the interview. That's my forte. Unlike most cops, I understand how important communication is in our line of work. I'm glad we can agree on that, at least. We weren't able to find the union leader, Everett Clare, much less interview him, so that's on to-do list for tomorrow. We tried to interview the Wild Pines rep, but she asked us to do something for her first. Fine, so be it. He purses his lips. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us. If Kim is emphasizing something this much, it really must be important. Above all though, today was exhausting. What with all the running? You run a lot? Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice? I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until we get up tomorrow. I'm training for a long distance run. I want to raise money for charity. He nods thoughtfully, tapping his finger with his cigarette. It's impressive, especially for a man your age, and in those heels. He looks at your snakeskin shoes and smiles suddenly. Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange. Thank you for the compliment. We could manage it even in wooden clocks. There are uncanny running reservoir in his body. God knows why. So, what are our powers exactly, the RCM? They are quite limited, actually. The power officer of the Ravenhall Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offences in accordance with an inter-department schedule. 1,000? Why not more? The RCM primary role is to ensure safety. We're not really supposed to play any part in the economic structure of Ravenhall. Wouldn't that be an easy power to abuse? Yes, although indirectly, a citizen can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than prescribed fine amount. He frowns. It undermines trust in the RCM. Okay, what else? We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station called Slip. It prevents confusion and overcrowding. Wait, how can you be so sure the RST will show up? You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up. When power calls you, you come, but power itself is a fragile trick of perception. I see. And if someone resists? As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record for our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power. Wait, so if I kill someone while on duty, you have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually a witness. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handled these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistency. It's hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best. What happens to the people we convict? We don't convict, we arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Coron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them. It taps on his coat pocket, where it keeps his notes. And it's the coalition government that makes all these rules? And the Mora lantern more broadly, but yes. His gaze is absently fixed on a window below that just went dark. The Mora lantern? What is it? The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. He pulls on his cigarette. You know who they are? They run the place after the revolution failed. If I didn't know, how would you describe them? They are a union of center-left and center-right parties across the real belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projections. They also run the ICP, EPI's most intergovernmental organizations in the world. What do they believe in? What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by her innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they're just technocrats. Those others say they continue the humanist project set forth by Dolores Day. What is their symbol? Interesting question. It's blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you got what they want. You think of them from that. Something kind and usual? Something almost self-explanatory. Something ominous. Something even a little feminine, but in a strict manner. Something like the dark blue, serious color of the early night sky above. Who was Dolores Day? A historic figure? The author of the modern age? He thinks. You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me. For you, she's something painful, though it's hard to say why. Well, what do you think of them? The moral lantern are a fact. I try not to have opinions of facts until they change, and he looks at the city below. It doesn't look like that's about to happen. It's more than that. There's some kind of affection in him. You like the moral lantern? Yes, I did, when I was younger. In my 20s, I considered myself a moralist. A blue forget-me-not, a piece of the sky, he quotes. They're not all that bad. That's another leitmotif associated with moralism. But the years have changed that I don't know what I believe in now. He thinks then changes his mind. No, I believe in the RCM. That's not for me. I have an opinion on the moral lantern. Do you? The lieutenant arches his eyebrow, then pulls on his cigarette. It's a slim white thing in his finger. Immigrants, liberal kids, fucking men are turning into women. Well phrased, he nods, spits out. I understand answering to foreign power doesn't sit well with immigrant bashing, but without the MI, we would be common vigilantes, just the way it is. Maybe we should make our own law. Spoken like a revolutionary, not a cop, but hypothetical aside, in Martinez, we already are vigilantes. At least the Union thinks so. I expect our job here to prove quite challenging. He looks at the roundabout. The light of the orphan district are reflected in his glasses. The red and golden orbs of the motorway sliding like pearls on a string from east to west as Revon Hall commutes back to the suburbs. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Monday is over. Say nothing, just look into the night. The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly like luminous clouds they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplates the next drag. This soldier is the highlight of the day for me, he thinks. This little stick right here. An aerostatic passes overhead, the whiskers of his full light on ground below. Kitsuragi's glasses light up as he looks to the sky. 2 glowing circles. Finally, he pulls on the cigarette and says, "They really don't like it here, and the mouth on the kid Kono is different than that. In Jamrock and the GRIH, why are they like this? It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdiction of our 2 precincts. In Jamrock, in the GRIH, he looks at the dark silhouette of the Equestrian monument cutting into the night sky and says, "We run this city. West of the rivers is RCM land. It's incredible hard human beings are," shakes his head, "but we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works, our system works. If they didn't, this city would disintegrate." Night. Captain Ptolemy Price steps into the yard. A pied-bowed horse waits by the motor carriage. Chewing oats out of an old bag, seagulls fly overhead. The sky is black. Captain Price wears a black suit and a standard patrol coat as he mounts the horse to head home. Rows of houses on either side hunching over the sidewalks, and Precinct 41 with its dome roof growing distant. Around him the streets are silent. A kid on the corner waves at the captain as he takes the turn to Perdition and Main. The horse neighs. The captain nods back. "Thanks, kid," he thinks. He's grateful. "I hope our investigation will help improve the situation here. At least do some good." "Me too," he says quietly. "But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes for a lifetime." He's very tired, but the dark circle under his eyes make him look younger, not older. "Thank you for this." "Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go." He puts out the stub of his cigarette and looks to the door. Woohoo. "It's clear you like the hard stuff, brother." "The what?" Sounds like my stomach is growling. "Evening vows. The time has come to take the vows." "Vows?" "The vows of blood and flesh." What is my lower intestines going on about? Lower intestine? The term is metabolic and circulatory system. Okay, but what's the hard stuff? Fascism, brother! What is fascism, though? Many things. It's mostly about trusting your gut. Who does your gut tell you is the source of every whole problem? Oh my god. Foreigners? Yes, them, but also women. Women? War men. Men of war. You don't like them? They're insane. There needs to be scrubbed out of this world with rubbing alcohol. War men need to get back to the fucking kitchen. I love the writing in this game, Jesus. That's what fascism boils down to. The rest is also important, but the main thing is that women need to know their place. But I'm a feminist. Feminist. No, it can't be. Not you. No one believes this. Did you know that I could delete thoughts? Oh no. Go to the THC screen and delete the feminist. Am I having some kind of stomach seizure? Stomach truth. You're having stomach truth. Why am I getting this? Because you've said the hard things that others won't say. The good things. You've said them many times. Fascism sounds so bad though. What if we called it something else? Like, traditionalism? Okay, yes. Let's call it that. Good thinking. That sounds much better. Traditionalism. You like the sound of that? Okay, stomach. I've made up my mind about fascism. You're going to keep your vows, right? Keep your vows, brother. I'll keep my vows for the glory of the Revanholium nation. For the nation. Smart. Best not to mention the woman too often. That's why you're the head and I'm the stomach. No. Fascism is about industry and politics and nationhood, not woman. I'm absolutely okay with women. Of course you are, brother. Of course. A wing-shaped growl sounds from your ass. What the fuck? Pat your stomach, yes. What the fuck? As you turn, bright light catches your eye, making you squint. Cool. So cool. Where's it coming from? From a distant sunset? A stage light? Flash photography? Nowhere in particular, it's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights and they solve this. Solve shit. Yeah, that's me. I've been establishing my superstardom hard lately. Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop. Dick Mullen. Some Rocky Bahai badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera, lights. Wait, what's that about the ludicrous fantasy world? Yeah, you know, beneath is just heartbreak, a pulmonary tract infection, atherosclerotic disease. This is where you say action and reconceptualize all that, reinvent it as the world's first celebrity police officer. This is the beginning of your legend. Fuck it. Action! With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against the rusticized orange world, it's on. This game though. Let's unlock this. Some kind of superstardom. Oh, he's communist, he's incel, he's a feminist, he's a fascist, oh man. Okay. We're back in. It's time to go to bed, I guess. Alright. See you in the morning. Right, see ya. Time to sleep on that. The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful. Crawl in, okay. The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. Oh boy, something's about to happen, right? And then, sleep doesn't come. But I want to sleep. Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening. Why? Maybe it's the bed's fault. It's a synthetic feeling of separating hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly. Smells of alcohol and sweat and grease. It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing. A bit tense in the muscles. Relax. Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors. You won't get off this carousel quite so easily. It's a little better. Colors, scene, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it? Who killed him? Who? Something to do with... What was that Lieutenant sent? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brainwaves. No more thoughts. Fall asleep now. Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming. Huh? Interesting. Oh, that's me. Disco light. Do you remember the scent?
Remember the scent of your childhood.
What is this?
What it says on the can, Harry. Answer the question.
I was born in a hospital where people usually go to die.
You're not kidding anyone, Harry. You don't remember shit. Tell me. Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
Tell me what this is! I'm not answering before you tell me who you are.
You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear. And it's coming. She will hear about it on the phone. Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, do you remember the love of your life?
You said who?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth?
I was left.
That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle, and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I can get it all back.
No, it's gone. 3 times gone, and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
What is Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Isolas on the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people, and you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
I've talked to you before.
No, Harry. You were just talking to yourself. That's all you ever do, even in your dreams. And the act is wearing thin. The spots on the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time, sweating up the bed. Stinky boy.
I can come back from this.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours, bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
I'm trying to solve this case.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
Something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad. This drive is unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
God, there's another type?
Oh yes, party boy. And it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Oh boy. The shit factory. Good going, buddy. I just had the most beautiful dream, uplifting, rejuvenating. Really? Because you feel even worse this morning than you did last night? What the hell is going on with me? You mean why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detective needs to be able to think. Why is this happening? It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself. Wait. What is speed? Speed is a potent central nervous system stimulant. It kept you propped up all day yesterday despite your debilitating hangover. How else did you think you even got up from this floor? You got up from this floor because of a holy vow you made 16 years ago with me to wake up exactly at 7:30 every morning until the day you die. Don't be silly. There was no vow. You were high on speed. That was the only reason you got up. You can't detect without it. It's that simple. I need to get more of it then. Detecting is my life. Of course. Martinez is a speed central. You just got poked around for all you know. You just gotta poke around for all you know. You and Speed will be happy again. You'll make her come home. This time it'll be different. The hell? So I'm looking for cocaine. Hey detective, wake up. Huh? What about this? Nope. Whoa. Good morning.
Morning.
She gives you a quick nod. I've got some good news, Lieutenant Spouse. I took care of the body. The thought of him decomposing my MC wouldn't let me sleep. Good. Thanks. I'm just glad he's gone. We have other matters to attend to. Oh well. We'll get the armored boots in another lifetime. The lieutenant is downplaying his contribution. He got up before sunrise to get this done, and now he's quite pleased with himself for taking care of the gruesome business so efficiently. He points to the mess hall door. The Union muscle finally turned up, and they look rowdy. We need to talk to them. Why do we need to talk to them? Everything points to the dock workers union. The belt used for the hanging him, tracks in the mud, the circumstances in Martinez, my preliminary information, which may of course I'll be wrong, but it's still need to talk to, and it won't be easy. What do you mean rowdy? I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the union. These men here, men who drink beer for breakfast, they're talk of an armed wing of the union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for, say, policing. I think it's them. Are these the men Garth told us about yesterday? I completely forgot. He looks at his notes. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it, loud and nasty, just like the manager said. He crosses something out. One loose thread, less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it. There's so many of them. Maybe we should call in reinforcements. That would just escalate tension. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Debordures Union. In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war. So let's keep a cool head, okay? He's not exaggerating about that mortal danger. Just calmly factor it in. Your fist clenched and your pulse rises uncomfortably. Let's roll. One more thing before we do. He glances at the booth again. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can just walk right past them, continue with our business. Good. A power move. Purposefully. Concentrate on something else first. Yeah. Streetwise, zoom right past. Do it on your own terms. But aren't you curious to know why they have to say about the murder? They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.